Hello students, I welcome you all to Arranger Academy. So today we are going to start with yet another chapter of class 6th CBSE NCERT. This chapter is separation of substances. This chapter mainly deals with the different methods that can be used to separate useful substances from the unwanted parts of the mixture. So let's proceed. Alright, let's start. Question 1. Why do we need to separate different components of a mixture? Give two examples. So, answer 1. Most of the elements in nature are not present in pure form. हमारे नेचर में ऑलमोस्ट जितने भी एलिमेंट्स या सब्सटेंसेस है दे आर नॉट इन द प्योरेस्ट स्टेट. उनमें हमेशा कुछ एडेड इम्प्योरिटीज है दैट आर सपोज टू बी रिमूव्ड. देयर आर मेनी सब्सटेंसेस विच आर यूजफुल टू अस, करेक्ट, and some are not that useful, and in fact many are harmful to us. In order to separate these substances to obtain useful products and remove harmful and useless parts of the mixture, we are required to separate the different components of a mixture. For example, let's take metals are separated from their ores. We know what are ores. Ores are simply those minerals of metals from which they can be extracted efficiently. Alright, so ores में क्या होता है? Ores में metals present है, but उनके साथ कुछ impure particles भी present है. So हमें metals को उन impure particles से separate करना है, or we can say that metals are required to be separated from the given ore. Second example, grains are separated from husk. We know that husk are the dried and lighter outer covering of a seed or a fruit. So grains हमारे useful particles होते हैं. So we need to separate grains from the unwanted husk that are present along with it. Alright, so ये आपके दो examples है for the particular question. So let's move to the second one. So question 2, what is winnowing and where is it used? So हमें क्या बताना है that winnowing क्या है और हम इसे कहाँ यूज करते हैं. So winnowing is a method of separation again, but let's understand it in more details. Winnowing is a process by which heavier and lighter components of a mixture are separated. So आपको यहाँ क्या समझना है that winnowing is a method, but हमें ये भी समझना है कि हमें winnowing कहाँ यूज करना है and where. So heavier and lighter components of a mixture is what we need. That means जो components हैं mixture के उनमें से कोई एक component relatively heavy होना चाहिए and the other one should be lighter compared to the first one. So in that case, winnowing seems to be a useful method for separation. Why? Let's understand the process. You will understand then. In this method, a person stands on a raised platform facing in the direction of the wind. यहाँ पर एक person he would be standing on some raised platform and he or she would be facing towards the direction of the wind. Now a soup is a wooden basket you can consider. So a soup containing the mixture is held at the shoulder height. So हमें soup को अपने shoulder level तक से hold करना है and then we will slightly tilt it. So what would happen with that? So जो wind और जो air है that is blowing, it will take away the lighter particles. It will carry those lighter particles along with it and allowing the heavier particles to drop down and form a heap near the platform where the person is standing. So by this you get the heavier particles separated out from the mixture and the lighter particles will simply blow away with the wind. Now it is generally used by farmers. तो जो second part of question है that हम कहाँ use करते हैं and who uses this process. So farmers जो है बच्चों वो ये process को mainly use करते हैं to separate grain from husk. So जो हमने second example देखा था in previous question उनमें हमने देखा था that grains are required to be separated from husk. So in that case we can use winnowing because grains are heavy whereas husks are comparatively lighter in weight. So winnowing can be used in this particular process. Let's move ahead. Question 3. How will you separate husk or dirt particles from a given sample of pulses before cooking? So आपको बताना है that अगर आपके पास एक given sample है pulses का जो हम generally cooking में use करते हैं, so we know उनमें कुछ impure या dirt particles present होते हैं. So by what method we can separate those particles? So you have to answer this. But before that, I would request you to please visit our website rangeracademy.com. You will find NCERT solutions for all the classes and for all the chapters. So please go there, download the NCERT solutions for your further references. So answer to this particular question is slightly larger particles like husk or dirt are removed by hands. हम क्या करते हैं simply hands से या आप कह सकते हैं हम मैनुअली इन लाइटर पार्टिकल्स को या लार्जर पार्टिकल्स को हम बाय हैंड्स रिमूव करते हैं. द मेथड दिस मेथड इज नोन एज हैंड पिकिंग. सो द मेथड of using our hands to remove this larger unwanted particles is called hand picking. So here comes question 4. What is sieving? Where is it used? So answer to this one. Sieving is the process by which finer particles are separated by bigger impurities. So sieving में हमें क्या required है that जो different components हैं mixture में, so उनमें से one of the components should be finer compared to the other. The fine particles pass through the sieve and the bigger particles are left behind. तो क्या होगा जब हम sieve यूज करेंगे एंड वी गेट डाउन द मिक्सचर ऑन इट, सो जो फाइन पार्टिकल्स होंगे वो easily pass through कर जाएंगे, they will move across the sieve, whereas the bigger particles will be left behind. This process is usually used in flour mills to remove impurities like husk and stones from wheat before grinding it. So flour mills में जब हमें wheat grains को grind करना होता है, so what they do, they firstly perform sieving so that they can easily remove the impurities such as stones and husk that are present already. All right. Question 5. How will you separate sand and water from their mixture? So अगर आपके पास एक मिक्सचर है जिसमें सैंड एंड वाटर आर द टू कंपोनेंट्स, सो आप इन दोनों कंपोनेंट्स को कैसे सेपरेट करोगे? सो आंसर फॉर दिस वन, sand being heavier than water settles down at the base of the container after some time. This is called sedimentation. So अगर आप इस पर्टिकुलर मिक्सचर को अलाउ करोगे टू स्टैंड फॉर सम टाइम, सो सैंड जो मोर डेंसर है कंपेयर टू वाटर वो सेटल डाउन हो जाएगा एट द बेस ऑफ द कंटेनर. नाउ दिस पर्टिकुलर प्रोसेस ऑफ सेटलिंग डाउन ऑफ सैंड in the water sand mixture is called sedimentation. Do remember this? This is very important. Later, water is poured in another container without disturbing the sand and both the components are separated. अब हम एक second process करेंगे. I have not specified the name. This process name is called decantation. ओके सो इस पर्टिकुलर प्रोसेस में क्या करेंगे हम, जब वाटर एंड सैंड सेपरेट हो जाएंगे, सो हम वाटर को एक अनदर कंटेनर में स्लोली पॉर आउट करेंगे, पॉर ऑफ करेंगे विदाउट डिस्टर्बिंग द सैंड विच इज प्रेजेंट एट द बेस. सो बाय दिस वी कैन गेट बोथ द कंपोनेंट्स सेपरेटेड आउट. ऑलराइट, लेट्स मूव अहेड. Question 6. Is it possible to separate sugar mixed with wheat flour? If yes, how will you do it? Now let me tell you बच्चों, ये क्वेश्चन बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग है बिकॉज जो शुगर है वो uncrushed form में भी present हो सकता है and it can be present in the grounded form, that means in the fine powdered form. So in both the cases it is still possible to separate it from wheat flour. So we will analyze it separately one by one. Answer to this one, yes, it is possible, definitely possible to separate sugar and wheat flour. Wheat flour is finer than sugar, so they can be separated by sieving. So अगर sugar uncrushed form में है, original form में है, so in that case हमें पता है that sugar is larger compared to the wheat flour. So हम इस particular condition में we can use the method called as sieving. So sieving हमने already देखा था, for finer and larger particles we can use sieving. So we can use this. The flour passes through the sieve, leaving the sugar behind. Now flour being finer particle, it will pass through the sieve. Okay, so it will pass through the sieve, whereas when it comes to the sugar, it will be left behind in the sieve, uh, which will finally separate the sugar and the wheat flour from their mixture. Now the second case is when we have the ground sugar, that is the crushed sugar. So in that case again we can do the separation. So yes, we can separate sugar and wheat flour by the methods of filtration and evaporation. So अब हम क्या करेंगे, हम पहले filtration करेंगे, which is a process of separation again, and followed by the evaporation. So by doing this, we can still separate the ground sugar mixed with the wheat flour. So it will be studied in some given following steps. So let's see them one by one. Step 1. Add enough water to the mixture to dissolve the sugar. So सबसे पहले हम water एक sufficient quantity में mix करेंगे in the given mixture so that जो sugar है वो dissolve हो जाए completely. Alright. The second step is filter the solution through filter paper. The water with sugar will pass, sugar being soluble in water. The wheat flour will be left on paper. So अब हम क्या करेंगे, since we know that sugar जो है now it is dissolved in the water, so by using a filter paper, if we will take a filter paper and pour down the solution through it, so the water along with the mixed sugar will pass or will penetrate through the filter paper, which will left wheat flour behind. So by this you can separate the sugar solution from the wheat flour. Now अब हमारे पास क्या problem आ गई? Now we have separated wheat flour, but how to separate the sugar from the sugar solution? So in that case we can do evaporation. So we will heat the obtained solution which has filtered out so that the water evaporates. By this the sugar will be left behind and we are finally successful in separating sugar and wheat flour individually. So this is for the question 6. So here comes question 7. How would you obtain clear water from a sample of muddy water? So बच्चों अगर एक sample है muddy water का, that means a water which is mixed with mud. So in that case how can we obtain the clear water? Simply हमें यहाँ पर separate करना है mud को from the sample. So how can we do this? We have to answer. But here I would request you to please visit our website arrangeracademy.com for more such NCERT solutions for almost all of the chapters of your classes and for even other higher classes as well. So you can download it from there and can use it for your references. The answer for this particular question is that following process should be carried out to obtain clear water from muddy water. So कुछ processes है जो आपको follow करने हैं step wise in order to get your clear water from the sample. The first step, allow muddy water to stand for some time. तो सबसे पहले हमें जो एक सैंपल दिया हुआ है, सो उस सैंपल को हमें बीकर में कलेक्ट करना है एंड वी नीड टू कीप इट एज इट इज अनडिस्टर्ब्ड फॉर सम टाइम. सो दिस विल अलाउ what this will allow the mud to settle down at the base of the beaker or it will get separated out from the sample at the bottom. The third step is to slowly pour the water into another container. So यहाँ पर अगर आप observe करोगे, so सबसे पहले हमने क्या किया? We did sedimentation. We allow mud to settle down. This is called sedimentation. Secondly, and the last thing that we did was to separate out the water from the mixture which has got separated. So this particular process is called decantation. So by these two methods we can obtain a clear water from a sample of muddy water. Alright. Question 8. Fill up the blanks. So यहाँ पर आपको बच्चों 4 statements दिए हुए हैं and in each statement there is one blank. So आपको statement read करना है and appropriately you have to fill the blank. Alright. So let's start with the A part. The method of separating seeds of paddy from its stalks is called what? So आपको सबसे पहले बताना है that what is the name of this method जिसमें हम paddy seeds को separate करते हैं from the stalks. So if there is confusion, so I'll tell you. पैडी क्या है बच्चों? पैडी आर द राइस क्रॉप्स. सो यहाँ पर राइस सीड्स की बात करी हुई है, दैट हाउ कैन वी सेपरेट राइस सीड्स फ्रॉम द स्टॉक्स और यू कैन कॉल द स्टेम्स. सो हम पैडी सीड्स को पैडी प्लांट के स्टेम से सेपरेट करना चाह रहे हैं. सो व्हाट इज दिस मेथड? This method is called threshing. So threshing is a process of separating the rice seeds or the seeds of the paddy by splashing it on a floor so that it can easily loosen and we can get it separated from the chaff. This process can be done manually as well as by machinery. Alright. The B1. When milk cooled after boiling is poured onto a piece of cloth, the cream or the malai is left behind on it. This process of separating cream from milk is an example of. So यहाँ पर आपको पूछा है that अगर हमने milk लिया हुआ है and we try to boil it and also allow it to cool, so we have observed that at the top a fat layer or the layer of fats get deposited. That particular layer is what we call the cream or the malai. So we need to separate this particular layer from the milk. So how can we do this? So this particular process of separating cream from milk is an example of filtration or churning. So do remember, by the method filtration or the churning, we can separate the cream from the milk. C. Salt is obtained from sea water by the process of. Easy, right? Why? Because you know that whenever you boil a solution of water, it can be a sugar solution or a salt solution. So in that case, the water evaporates, leaving the salt and sugar behind. So this particular process is thus evaporation. Alright. D1. Impurities settled at the bottom when muddy water was kept overnight in a bucket. The clear water was then poured off from the top. The process of separation used in this example is called, again we have just seen this, that अगर हमारे पास impurities है और हम उसे settle down कर ले by sedimentation at the base of the beaker, so finally we can pour off the clear part or the clear water from the top. So ये जो process है of separation, it is called decantation. So by this we can do this. So we are done with fill up the blanks. Let's move ahead. Question 9. True and false. So यहाँ पर बच्चों आपको 4 statements दिए हुए हैं. You have to analyze each one of them and accordingly you have to tell and judge that whether they are true or not. Alright. So सबसे पहले we shall look into all the statements. So these are the 4 statements. Now we will analyze each one of them. A mixture of milk and water can be separated by filtration. So we know that milk और जो water है, they both are liquid components of a mixture. So this is not possible to be separated out by filtration because both of them will pass through the filter paper or the sieve that we are using. So definitely this is incorrect. We cannot use filtration. It's a false. B. A mixture of powdered salt and sugar can be separated by the process of winnowing. No. Why? Because see, winnowing is a process or a technique which is helpful when one of the component is lighter compared to the other. Okay, so in that case we use winnowing. However, अगर आपके पास powdered salt and powdered sugar है, so they are nearly of same weight, so they cannot be separated by winnowing. So this is again false. C. Separation of sugar from tea can be done with filtration. So अगर आपके पास एक sugar है जो कि dissolved है tea में, so can you separate them by filtration? No, because if that could happen, so when you strain the tea from a strainer, so what would happen? You will be having an unsweetened tea. But you know that this doesn't happen because the sugar dissolves within the tea and passes along with the tea through the strainer. So therefore, we cannot use filtration to separate them out. So again, it's a false statement. D. Grain and husk can be separated with the process of decantation. So अगर आपके पास grain and husk का एक mixture है, so can you separate it by decantation? Of course not. Why? Because in decantation we have one of the component in the solid and the heavier form. So being more denser, it settles down at the base of the beaker, keeping the lighter or the less denser component to come at the top. So हम यहाँ पर जो lighter या liquid component है उसे pour off करते हैं and this method is called decantation. However, grain and husk तो दोनों solid components हैं, so we cannot get them separated through decantation. In fact, we can use winnowing or sieving to separate them. So this is false. Alright, so let's move ahead. Question 10. Lemonade is prepared by mixing lemon juice and sugar in water. So in summers you must have prepared lemonade. In that हम क्या करते हैं उसमें lemon juice, sugar and water का एक mixture prepare करते हैं. And further you wish to prepare you wish to add ice to cool it. So आपको उसमें ice add करना है so that you can get it cooled. Should you add ice to the lemonade before or after dissolving sugar? So आपको जो ice add करना है, you should add it before or after dissolving sugar. You need to answer this, and also you need to tell that in which case would it be possible to dissolve more sugar. Ice add करने से पहले या ice add करने के बाद, in which one of the case it would be possible जिसमें हम ज़्यादा sugar dissolve कर सके. So the answer to this one is given. Sugar dissolves more easily in warm water. हमें पता है कि that अगर हमारे पास warm water है, so sugar उसमें more easily dissolve होता है as compared to a water which is cooler. So sugar should be added before adding ice. So that's why हम क्या करेंगे, हम sugar को ice add करने से पहले add करेंगे so that जो ice है वो solution को cool ना करे and we have a relatively warmer water while adding the sugar. For the second part, the answer is that yes, it is possible to dissolve more sugar when the water is warmer. So अगर water warmer है, so again it will be possible to add more sugar which would have not been possible if you have already added ice. So ठीक है, हम ने ये question भी complete कर लिया and we are done with all the questions now. Thank you students for being with us so long. You can subscribe to our channel Arinjay Academy on YouTube for more such video solutions. Also आप हमारे साइट को विजिट कर सकते हैं arinjayacademy.com for more such details and also आप वहाँ पर NCERT solutions डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं for all your classes, for all your subjects. Alright, so keep learning, keep growing. Thank you.